6 p.m. Welcome. You want to do attendance?
Sure, Madam Chairman.
Thank you.
Lakakis,
Yes.
Alex,
Here.
Ethier,
Here.
Fine, Ray Joyce,
Here.
Kuhn is excused, Simpson,
Here.
Drake,
Here.
and Griff.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Excellent. Welcome. Let's begin with approving the previous meeting's minutes.
Make a motion.
Well, I got a motion from Mr. Ethier,
I'll second.
second Ms. Alex. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Number 2 is tabled at the request of sponsor. Number 3 is tabled by request, no, it's
No, it's
withdrawn. Number 4 is 6562, approving a collective bargaining memorandum of agreement with the Department of Residential Healthcare Facilities and the 1199 SEIU Nurses Unit at Shaker Place Rehab and Nursing Center. We have Mr. Mark Olson here tonight. Welcome.
Good evening, thank you. So this MOU is with SEIU 1199 for the RN unit contract. There are currently 5 budget position lines in this bargaining unit, only one of which currently is filled with an RN. We do employ 17 additional registered nurses in administrative and supervisory roles, 12 of which are covered by our contract with the New York State Teachers Union, and the other 5 are non-union positions. The 5 positions covered by this agreement are in the category of head nurse, which is essentially an entry-level floor nurse position. This agreement establishes new pay rates that are more in line with market rates. The remainder of the provisions of this agreement directly mirror the larger SEIU 1199 agreement passed late last year, which include an additional 3% increase in 2025, 26, and 27, converting to a 37.5-hour work week from 40 hours, increasing the evening and night shift differentials from 86 cents per hour to $1.50, reestablishing a $2 an hour weekend differential, adds June 19th as a recognized holiday. The current $160 uniform allowance is being transitioned to a safety shoe allowance, and the term of this agreement is from 1/1/2024 through 12/31/2027. The MOU was signed by the union leadership as well as the sole member of the person covered by the agreement, which essentially constitutes a full ratification vote. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
I make a motion to accept.
Mr. Grimm's ahead of you, but you may do that after
Mr.
he's
Grimm,
finished.
I didn't say, I knew you were here.
Yeah. A couple questions. Does this help with the problem of having so many temporaries?
We don't have any temporary RNs in the building at the moment, and in fact, in about 3 weeks, we're limiting the use of any temporary nurse aides and LPNs because our staffing levels are starting to come up a bit. So this wouldn't directly affect that, but that's currently not an issue with RNs.
Going from 40 to 37 and a half, you said?
Correct.
Does that make it harder for coverage to have them working as less hours?
Not necessarily. The only real problem that presents, and every nursing home deals with it, is the shift-to-shift communication that needs to occur. The 2.5 less hours a week, it's a half hour less a day, and we manage that with all the other staff in the building, and this would be the last level of staff that we bring back to a 37.5-hour work week. They're actually 37.5 hours a week prior to COVID. During COVID, they were increased to 40, and this puts them back in line with the 37.5 hours, which is pretty much industry standard for nursing homes.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're welcome. Mr. Anybody else have a question before Mr. Ethier makes his motion? Go ahead.
I made it already.
All right, did it count?
Only because I
Okay,
was
then we'll need
interrupted
a
by the
second.
Republicans.
I'll second it.
I'll second
Mr.
that.
Drake is
I
going
second that.
Seconding
to,
it.
second by Mr. Drake, all in favor?
Now,
Thank
before I
you.
make any more
Unanimous.
motions,
Motion
I'm not gonna
passes.
make no more motions unless they're done. So we'll be here 9 o'clock.
Okay, we're going to move on.
The 2 you got down there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have number 5, 6526, confirming the appointment of the assigned council administrator and authorizing a waiver to the residency requirement for Albany County and amending the 2025 Albany County budget.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Would you introduce yourselves for us, please?
I'm Jack Rosenzweig, I'm policy counsel with the County Executive
So this is a request to raise the personnel line for the assigned council administrator from $113,623 to $124,000. New York State Indigent Legal Services recently approached the county encouraging a raise to that salary to attract a qualified ACA with a competitive salary, and the increase is covered 100% with state funds. Additionally, the candidate selected for assigned council administrator, Shane Hugg, requires a residency waiver as the head of the assigned council program. Mr. Hugg is the top qualified candidate for the position and currently lives in Troy, New York, and is an existing county employee who has been with the Public Defender's Office since 2022.
Great. Thank you very much. Does anybody have any questions?
Can make a motion.
Second.
Thank you. So, Mr. Ethier, Mr. Simpson, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion, any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you very much. So far, so good. Number 6, 6318, confirming the appointment of members to the Albany County Airport Authority.
So I'm back.
You're back, just like that.
I'm gonna be here.
That was fast.
I believe this is a request that the county legislature approve the reappointment of Sarah O'Connor to the Albany County Airport Authority Board. The state of New York created the Albany County Airport Authority in 1993 and provided the appointment of 7 members. 3 of these members are to be appointed by the county executive. Board member O'Connor was first appointed to the Airport Authority Board in 2019, and since then she has served admirably in the leadership role. Considering that the term expired December 31st of 2024, and the importance of this authority to effective management of the Albany Airport, we're asking for your consideration in the matter.
Do you want to say anything about the other candidate that
I
we're
can,
putting
yeah,
forward?
I can.
Please.
I didn't know.
They appear to us together, so I mean,
Yeah.
we may as well discuss them together.
Certainly works out. So it's mostly the same there, except for board member Hicks was first appointed to the Airport Authority Board in 2017, and term also was over December 31st, 2024.
All right. Anybody have any questions? Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm disappointed they aren't here, given the controversial nature of the airport management over the years. But what explanation can you give for why the recruitment of the new CEO is going so poorly? What is the current status? My understanding is they still haven't done an RFP.
That's not, shouldn't we get into that, that's not our.
Mr. Grimm, that would be a question for the board directly, neither of
We're
whom are here.
We're reappointing 2 board members, and they're not here.
Well, traditionally, and going back at least the last 10 years, they have never appeared for their appointments.
Well, we've never had the controversy that we had last year.
Well, they
Nobody
have-
asked for them to appear either, so
They
they
have
have
appeared
not
for
appeared.
us a couple of times when we have invited them to appear, and
I don't think, well, I know Sarah did not, I know we had a few board members show up on the big meeting there, but and this number of them did not. I don't think Sarah did. I'm not sure about Mr. Hicks. But given the circumstances, I think they both should be here to answer questions, which I think are very important.
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Bergdorf.
I have the same concerns. I voted, and I explained to Dennis that I was going to do this. I voted against Sam and Mr. Island because there were questions that I wanted to ask about the Airport Authority Board. And I guess I'm going to lay them out here, and maybe the press will ask them, but I'm going to vote no tonight because I would have thought.
You're not on the committee, Mr. Bergdorf.
Oh, I'm sorry. Geez. Well, I'm gonna vote no.
Gonna vote no another time.
Well, I'm just gonna say, I have questions as a member. We were told we were gonna have a new.
Well, Mr. Bergdorf, we've already clarified that the people who are here in front of us cannot answer the question.
I wanna put my questions on the record for.
You want to put them on the record here?
Yeah,
Right
absolutely.
now?
Absolutely.
All right, quickly.
Yes. We have an airport board that promised us that we were gonna have a new chief executive in January of this year.
They lie, that's all. What are you worrying about? Just, let's go.
Let him finish, Gil.
They lie.
Why don't you let me finish, Gil?
They lied to you.
Let him finish.
The they have not even done an RFP for the executive search plan. I would like to know what their plans are for recruitment and when they are going to begin an executive search. Because once you have an executive search firm in place, airports generally take about a year to do a national review. So I would like to know when that is going to begin. Number two, I need to ask them, and I am going to try to reach out to these people before our legislative meeting, because I'd like to hear from them personally. We'll see if they take calls from legislators. You have a legislative proposal from a legislator in Albany County that would have a massive negative impact on Albany Airport. You have a legislator that is trying to put Avelo Airlines out of business, and there are 4 flights a week that go in and out of Albany Airport from Albany to the Research Triangle in North Carolina. And their crime is that they did an RFP and were hired by the federal government to do deportations. That's their crime. So there's a proposal in the legislature.
All right, so that's one question about Avelo and the
Yeah, no,
concerns.
but
You don't
is
have to
our
pontificate,
airport
you just
board,
ask the question.
is our airport board independent enough to say that's bad for the airport? Because that should happen now before the end of session, so that nothing, why should we have between 700 and 1,000 travelers displaced because somebody's got a problem with Avelo Airlines? That's an airport issue, and I'd like to know what the airport board's opinion is on that. And the third thing was, I wanted to ask him if they had given any more thought to the audit that is required to be performed annually that goes to the authority budget office. Because they say, and they attempted to document, in some cases did document, that they had issues with the existing management, yet for 4 years,
Okay.
they
That was your question.
they
Is that your
conducted
third
audits.
question?
I want to know if they're going to retool their audits to be more encompassing of airport operations, so we don't let problems fester as they had done in the past. And those are the 3 questions that I would like to ask these authority members before I vote for them.
Thank you for keeping it brief.
Can I
Does
have a
anybody else have another question?
I have a clarification, can I ask some clarification?
No.
I can't?
You can't ask another member to clarify their question. No.
Okay, well, let me say this. Does anybody know who this legislator is who's supposed to put this thing in there?
Oh, yeah, it's public knowledge.
Who is it?
Pat Fahey.
Oh, Pat, oh, you're talking about the state.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I thought you were talking about us.
She's a senator, but go ahead.
She's
Well,
the
I
legislator.
thought you were referring to one of us.
Assemblymen and senators are legislators.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
I thought you were referring to our
No,
group.
no.
I was concerned about
No.
that. Fahey goes.
Albany County legislator
Oh,
and
no.
state government.
It's about the airport, though.
It's about the airport.
Yeah, but I thought it was somebody in our group, our county legislators,
no.
who should have a lot to say about the whole thing, is raising the question that you brought up, but it wasn't, it's come from a state official.
Coming
Fahey.
from somebody from
I
the
could
city
care
of
less
Albany.
about that, I only
Yep.
care about us. That's all. You can
Okay.
care, I don't have to care.
Right.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay. Does anybody else have any legitimate questions that they would like to ask of the people who are here in front of us this evening? Okay,
I'll make the motion to accept.
thank you very much. Second by Mr. Simpson, all in favor? Motion, any opposed? 1? Motion passes. Thank you.
How many more we got?
Confirming the appointment of a member to the Albany County Convention Center Authority.
Me again.
You again? You're back.
So, this is being written to advise the appointment of Todd Shapiro to the Albany Convention Center Authority to replace Stephen Lerner. Chapter 468 of the laws of 2004 created the Albany Convention Center Authority, a New York State public benefit corporation charged with providing the city of Albany with the capability to effectively and efficiently develop a new convention facility as a transformational economic development project in the downtown area. In creating the authority, this legislation will establish a 9-member authority board. 2 of the authority board's members shall be appointed by the Albany County Executive upon advice and consent of the Albany County Legislature. pursuant to the state law, I'm hereby submitting, he is hereby submitting the name of Todd Shapiro to the county legislature for their advice and consent as one of his appointments to the authority.
Same deal. Say more about the other one. Did you want to talk?
Oh, no, there's just one.
Just one.
Okay, just one? It doesn't, okay,
Yeah,
he's replacing, I got you. That's not how I read it, but that's the way it is. It's just one. All right, so, anybody else besides me have any questions?
Can I make a motion?
I had a question, Madam Chair.
Figures.
Yes.
Question. Do you know, Mr. Shapiro is also not here, do you know what his position is on the formula that's now in place vis-à-vis who gets what money?
I do not.
Well, that's something I would like to. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Is he here today? Is he here to personal appointment?
No, he's not here.
Well, you didn't mention, I was concerned, a little concerned, maybe slipping over there.
No, these appointments don't traditionally appear before the committee.
Oh, you ain't gotta tell me that, because other people should know that.
Well, that doesn't mean they shouldn't, you know.
Oh, no, you got it right. I've been listening to you guys for 46 years, I know all about it.
Are you quite?
Not you guys in particular, the bigger team that was here now.
All right. Can we, thank you very much. Motion, did we, where are we? Motion to accept, did you second?
I'm not involved, that's somebody else.
Mert, thank you.
Yeah, Mert
All in
can-
favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. And one opposition?
I'm in favor, I'll send it to the floor, but I would like to have my question answered.
Okay. We'll make a note of that. Anybody else? That's it then? Okay. Motion to adjourn, thank you very much. Anybody want to second that?
Second.
Thank you very much, Ray. All in favor? You're out of here.
Thank you.
What is this
Enjoy your-
then? What is this? I read this, that we had confirmed.